Good evening, everybody. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I'm back home. Been home all day. I'm tired. I walked in this house and I was like, "Oh no, this is not my house. My house can't look like this." So I had to redo some things, get some things back in order. I didn't even, when I left DM's house, I didn't even put any makeup on. I just kind of was like, "Okay, let me get dressed," and you know, came home and walked in, and I've been doing other work ever since. This is the first moment that I've actually said, okay, let me make this video. And what I did, I brought out some decks. I brought out two decks that I first started working with when I first opened up my channel, but I'm still use some of the other decks that I've been using because there's been a lot of messages. I constantly get the messages, but either I ignore them because I'm doing other stuff, and finally I was just like, okay, I know I need to do this. But what I want to say also, I came home because I knew I was getting this. This is a coloring book. Color Me Stress Free. Not that I'm stressful or anything, but I get bored. And it talks about, I'll just go to the table of contents. If it has one, does it have a table of contents? Oh, wow. No, it does. Oh, yes, it does. But this is the table of contents. I can't see. And I hope you all can read it. But I thought it was interesting. I got this off of Amazon. I think I paid, it was under $10. But it's 100 pages. And I'll go to each one, or this organization. And that's a picture for this organization. Relationships. Finances. What's this one? Work. Health. Time. No such thing as time. But anyway. And travel and commuting. I just kind of showed you the first picture of each section. I'm taking this with me the next time I go to Divine Masculine's house. And I also ordered these gel pens to go with the crayons I ordered before. I ordered these before. These were under $10. These were under $10. And I'm gonna, yeah, I guess the reason why, it was a reason why I'm doing this. I only ordered one set of gel pens, but they sent me two. I'm sending the other one back because I know what karma is. If you know, when you do things like that and you don't do right, it comes back. I know that. And so I've already clicked on Amazon and said, look, y'all sent me two, but I only paid for one. And I don't even have to pay to have it shipped back. It's shown me how I can print out the return label and all that other good stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. I have until the end of May. So hopefully this craziness will be over by then so that I can go return it. But anyway, like I said, I want to thank you all for coming to my channel. The new subscribers, thank you so much. I'm already over here sweating. It was beautiful today. I didn't take any pictures, but I took my little star seed out for a walk. There's a park over here in my apartment complex. There's a park over here, and it's by the swimming pool. And so I told the little star seed, I said, okay, if we go outside, if there's anybody out there, we can't really stay. But only because my little star seed, before we got her, had some issues, and I'm not trying to put her in no issues. I know she's safe, but I don't want to hear her daddy complain. That is a fact. But anyway, we went over there. It was somebody, they were in the perfect spot. They had their book out. They had the little chair. They was out in the sun reading the book. And I was like, man, I wish it was like that on this side. But it wasn't. But I waved, say, hey, how you doing? And we went, and she slid down the slide, the slide, and then she went and got on this little rocking thing. It was a squirrel. I sat there, looked at that, and I was like, okay, all right. So we stayed out there for a few minutes, went and got the mail, came back home. And then I went and got the cards, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 decks in front of me right now. And I don't really know how this is going to turn out, because I hadn't used messages from the guides. I haven't used these deck in a long time. I started practicing with this deck when I first got my channel, and at first I thought it was a fluke the way the messages were coming to me, but then when I finally tuned in, I was like, oh, this is how this works. Okay. So after I got that one, I got this other deck, and it's the Divas. It's the Crystal Divas. I don't have the book in front of me. I don't really use the book. I read it to see about the stone crystals, but that's the back of it. And I think someone it's a couple of people that use this deck. I've seen them use this deck on my channel. I used to use it to actually go into the crystals per se. Not that I don't, but I tune into the message that's written on the front of the crystal at the bottom. I use that. Then again, I like Starman. Even though I'm thinking if Divine Masculine ever, because there's been some things going on, we won't talk about that. He might like this deck. My favorite deck actually right now is Light Seers. I like this deck. It's very accurate, and I saw Sophia use it the other day, and I was like, isn't that something? We on the same page. I saw her with that deck, and I didn't look at the cards how she pulled them, but it made sense. Once I looked, I was like, wow, that's deep. Especially at 3 of Hearts. 3 of Swords, how it was separated in 3 spots. That was pretty cool. I never thought about it like that. But I'm bringing out, a lot of people ask me about this, the Guild Tarot. I like this. And I've used it a lot of times during Twin Talks in Discord, because while people are talking, I'd shuffle the deck, and whoever's talking or whatever they're talking about, cards would just fly out, and I would just say, well, this is the message, and they would just kind of look at me like, wow, how you do that? I said, it's the cards. I'm just shuffling. That's just how it happens. And of course, Dreams of Gaia. I like this deck. It's really, really interesting. Every now and then I'm peeking at the book, but I'm not peeking at the book that much anymore with this deck. I'm just looking at the pictures per se. But I'm gonna start, by asking this space and myself, for protection from anything that doesn't mean me, us, any good in any way, shape, and form. I want the reading to be ego free. I don't want any ego in this message. I want to make sure that the message is clear and concise, so that whoever's watching their guides can decipher and tell them what it is they need to know. Because sometimes I'll watch a reading from someone, and I might not really get the reading, but then later on, one of my guys will say, "Well, you remember they said such and such and such and such. This is," and I'm like, "Oh." So I'm asking the guy, whoever comes in here, who's a guide, to come on in here and show some love. Um, Also, it's really interesting. Yesterday, I was watching Abby's reading. I don't remember which one it was, but she used the ancestor deck. I didn't bring the hoodoo deck out. It's still back there. I'll play with that later. But she did those last cards was an ancestors deck. And today's my father's birthday. He would have been 91. And yesterday when I watched that, I was kind of shocked, because I know my ancestors are around me, and the message that she gave was really um, emotional. I appreciated that message, and I received it. Thank you, Abby. All right, so let's keep it moving. Um, who do I want to use first? I got Starman in front of me. I'll rock with Starman. Like I said, these cards have been popping out like never before. I'm just shuffling, and I hadn't used Starman in a minute, but it was like I never left Starman, and it was kind of easier for me to read Starman. It was weird, but anyways, Starman, what's the message? A few fell out, but the bottom message is new beginnings. Starman, look at that. Starman. What I like about this deck, when in the book it says, I will blow your mind. Yep. Starman is about to do some things. What is Starman talking about? Passion. This is a masculine energy. Somebody's fully in their power. The mask is off too. Let me come closer. There's a mask back there, and that mask is off. But there he is. He's taking the mask off, and it looks like that's the old him. Look at that. And it has all the sacred geometry and everything in the back. Not getting into that. And this is the Six of Pentacles, where you're able to share with others. And it's really cool and it's a twin flame reading, of course, because there are those wings. And it's like, it's interesting. She's doing her hands up like this, like she is asking for help, and the money is raining down on her. It's making it rain in the deck. Look, it really is making it rain. And wow, that's her. And that's her shadow side. Her shadow side is in reverse. And there's a pentacle by the shadow side. That's deep. So even in your darkness, you are still abundant. Wow, that's deep. Okay, let me put this down. This is the wheel, and this is your fortune. Look at this. This is like, I don't know if this is your team, your family. It might be a spirit guides, a little bit of everybody. This is different people. It's funny because on the main one it looks like cat ears like that, and then when you look at his, he got different kind of ears. So this is your family. This is not, this is your spirit family, the people up there. That's those people. That's the people that's there. But the people on the outside, those are your guides per se. But this is your family, or angels, or it's your team. Get out of that. And you're going to be successful. This is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles in this deck means that you've taken the mask off completely. And somebody was wearing two masks. There's two masks here. But you're taking the mask off, and you taking the mask off will allow this big pentacle to come in. Oh, it's like three masks. Look at that. It's another mask right there. So these masks, this was part of your DNA. So this is these people's. That's the DNA from these people. You're taking you're getting rid of their rooted belief systems. You're taking it off, and this is you. So you done ripped the mask off. So now your face has to heal. I won't even talk about the face that's inside you. You won't even do that. But this is allowing you to start over. Wow. That's deep. Do I want to I want to clarify this. I want to clarify this, but I'm not clarifying it with a tarot deck. I'm clarifying it with the answer, with the guides. Okay, what do you have to say about this part of the reading? Can I have a card, please? There we go. Not them. I'm not taking those. Even though you're starting over, patience is a virtue. Don't rush this. And don't relinquish your power either. And while this is going on, trust your intuition. Wow, that's deep. Okay, that's for a group, y'all. This is a collective reading, so I don't know what's popping out. We'll see. Oh, I will see what the Crystal Divas have to say. What do you all have to say about this? Only want one. I kid you not. Ancestors. Ancestor, you're changing the program. And by you changing the program, you're going to have self-love. Wow. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to pull from the Gil Tarot now. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, somebody's in magician mode. Somebody's manifesting something. It's young energy. And you're going to be satisfied. Might be a little messy, but you're going to be satisfied. And you're going to be using your imagination. But be careful that you don't gain at somebody else's expense, because these are tears. And this is a feminine energy. So don't gain at somebody else's expense. What do the spirit guides have to say about this? What do you have to say? Alrighty. Never judge another. Never judge. So somebody might have been in judgment mode. Never judge, because everyone has value. Everybody has a value. I think you all, if you've been on my channel, you hear about the story about the guy that saved my mother, but if you didn't know who he was laying on the ground like a crackhead. But because of the relationship my father had with him, when my mother was in danger, he came to her rescue at the store. I don't remember what video that was in, but yeah, I talked about that. Everybody has value. Don't look down on anybody. And let's see what the Crystal Divas have to say. All right, what's your message? There we go. So somebody's gonna dream. This is for dreams. So in this imagination, you need to use your dreams, and you need to work on your shadow and accept it. It's a part of you. That shadow can be used creatively to make things happen. Yeah. Interesting. All right, last tarot deck per se that I have out here is Light Seers. But you are, oh no, I'm gonna take a note. This deck does like to talk. It's a Page of Swords, so it's some energy. It's young, but that's deep. They're whatever it is, somebody's getting the light bulbs on the twin flame situation, because it's two birds. They're looking into that, and they're on a tightrope. So either they're balancing it out, or that's their sword. They're standing on their sword. So they want to stand on their truth and get some more information about this twin flame, because they're studying. They got the book open, trying to check out some things. Okay, here, let's pull out the other. It's like a handful of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cards. Okay, so this message. If you looked at this, you would think that somebody was very anxious, which they are, but that's not what I get from this deck, because I see this one white bird. Yeah, it's eight. Eight of Swords means bound, but there's this one sword bird here that can get you out of this energy, and that's what I'm focusing on. Somebody's going within to get it, to do that, and so they're going to have to transform. I like this card because it's very passionate, because it's death and rebirth, and it's the Lameste. You're dealing with the earth and these trees. Whatever is being rebirthed, it has something to do with a rooted belief system, family belief system, and the stars. Because they know who they are. They just been fighting it in their head about it. And once they do the transform, they'll get into union, and they'll get into union. It's two people here, but this person that's going within, I think they're going to be getting into union with themselves first. You have to get in union with yourself first before you can think about anybody else or anything else. Because once you get into union with yourself, meaning that you've gone inside and you've cleared out all the negativity that's inside of you, by dealing with your childhood, your young adulthood, could be even stuff that happened, what's going on right now, your belief systems. Once you do that within yourself, then your abundance will come in, then your bliss will come in, then your counterpart will come in. And actually, what's funny is that if you do this within yourself, by osmosis, it happens to your partner. Okay. So, somebody's going within again. He's going within, thinking about this money. This is a masculine energy. And it's funny to me because it's an older man, but this is a globe. This might be my divine masculine. This is a globe. It looks like he's looking in the globe. And whatever it is healing him. That's a star. So somebody's going within to heal this energy. And you're balancing out whatever it is you're going within. While you're transforming, you're going to balance it out. This is the yin and the yang, and you got the wings of spirit. And he has a square. You can't really see the whole thing, but the square means earth. With sacred geometry, the shapes do mean things. The square means, that's a cube, that's earth. You're going to balance things on earth. And there's spirals of energy going with here, and that's space. Well, actually it's orbs, so it's energy. And he just looks like he's chilling. So you're going to balance out while you're transforming. And the Seven of Swords, most people think he's lie, cheating, and stealing. He's running away. He's running towards his Four Wands. That's where they're going. They are running to get into union with themselves. And this bird is like, get out my way. Because it's three birds. He has those feathers in his pocket, in his backpack. But that's the sun, that's the moon shining down. Well, it looks like it's the sun and the moon, and so it's healing him of all the unhidden things to help him get to the Four Wands. And the overall reading is the Page of Cups. And I laugh about it because this is the when pigs fly. The pig is flying. So he is like, wow. And it's a lot of energy here. And there's his flame, his counterpart there. And this is they're shaped like hearts, so somebody that they love. Interesting. All right, so what does the spirit guides have to say about this? journey within. This most of these people are you have to go within, especially while you're going through the transformation. You're going within to get out of this Nine of Swords. You have to go within to get out of the Seven Swords, and you have to definitely go within so that because the pigs are flying, and it's because everyone has value. Everyone does have value, and know that abundance is your right. It's your birthright, not just your right. Okay. All right, Crystal Divas, what do you have to say? You got to have some healthy boundaries while you're going through this rebirth. And I think that's what everybody's been saying. It's been some boundary issues of what I've been looking at. And have patience. Have patience. It's interesting. I am going to pull a few more of these cards. Oh, no, I'm not. Not of that. I'm not doing that. That's a message. That's a message for someone else. Okay, so we're going to do the dreams of Gaia. What do you have to say? I gotta look that card up. But you're being offered something. I think it's healing. Wow. I'm gonna leave it. Wow. I never got that one. So let me look. Sorry. Never say never. But I can definitely tell you that this is about healing. And it's I see Kundalini with the snake on the staff. Passion. I see a toad. He by a tree, so you're healing some type of rooted belief system here on Earth. It's something to do with family. Oh wow, it's 2 cards here. Whatever it is, you're passionate about it. You want a passionate beginning. This is family. So this is a family community. And this card always, his green is so creepy, but it's a passionate new beginning. And this spider is going to help build, because spiders build their webs and they're really good at it. And he's holding on to it. But don't be stubborn, because his horn's at the top of his. Or controlling. And this air. Something, it's an angel, so it's something to do with religion. You're healing something that has to do with religion. And it has you in your emotions about it. You're fearful about it. But you got some healing coming. And just have to have confidence. I've never seen this card before. This is the confidence card. Aim your shot. Wow. Interesting. My little star seed just ran in here. As long as she's quiet, she can stay. Interesting. So, I'm going to pull some cards for this one. That was kind of interesting. So, you can have a passionate beginning looking at religion because it's made you sad. And so, you're going to heal on it. Something. It's healing the family issues. It's healing. That's what it is. It's healing family rooted belief systems. And so they're passionately beginning to look at how they looked at their religion. And there is a that's the sun. So you got healing there twice. Because whatever they were going through, they was dealing with this and this. And that's why they were in this energy. All right, let me see. Last two cards. Know your truth. Not your family's truth. Not the pastor's truth. Not your best friend's truth. Know your truth. What do you believe? Because people were relinquishing their power and they're saying, don't relinquish your power. When you believe, listen to other people, you've given your power away to them. All right, last. There we go. Self-love. When you know your truth, you know that you're showing your self-love because you're not being swayed by other people's beliefs. And once you do that, you can shine. You can shine the way you want to shine, not the way somebody else wants you to shine. Now, what is interesting, I'm going to go through the last message here before I end the reading. The last card was Starman. He's going to blow your mind. And what was the second? Oh, wait, yeah. And then I used, it's going to show you how to work together without hurting others. Because you're going to be studying and learning. And by doing that, all these bulbs are going to come up and it's going to be dealing with your flame. Because like I said, you're going to be studying and you're going to be balancing yourself on your truth. So, aim. Look at where you want to go. Take your best shot. And when you do that, don't relinquish your power. because you're supposed to be shining. Yep. Alrighty. That is the last bit of this reading. This starseed is just moving around. I hope if you heard it, that's what it was. But that's the end of this reading. I'm hoping that it gave you some information that you needed to have. There were some other cards I could have pulled out, but it's already 40 minutes, and that's more than enough. Oh, wait a minute. Wow. There's some cards here. Oh, I said I wasn't taking these. But practice moderation. Choose love over fear. Understand your body. And have an attitude of gratitude. All right. That's it. You all take care. Peace. Thank you for stopping by.